muito boa tarde. Eu sou Lindy, secretária de Expansão da UAD em Brasil. Sejam todos muito bem-vindos a este novo webinar organizado pela UAD Prime, filial Brasil. A Escola Internacional de Negócios, com 28 sedes nos Estados Unidos e presente em 11 países de língua espanhola da América Latina, e agora também no Brasil. É uma verdadeira honra poder contar com a presença de vocês hoje. Sabemos que o tempo de cada um é valioso e agradecemos profundamente por terem escolhido investir este momento para continuar se desenvolvendo conosco. Quem somos? A Wadden Prime é uma escola de negócios com visão global que oferece programas nas áreas de negócios, idiomas, tecnologia e formação profissional, com um diploma americano. Contamos com o respaldo acadêmico da Wadden University e com o aval institucional da Câmara de Empresários Hispânicos dos Estados Unidos, o que garante a qualidade e a projeção internacional de todos os nossos programas. Bom, algumas instruções sobre nosso uso do Zoom. Antes de começarmos, algumas orientações técnicas de etiqueta para garantir uma experiência positiva para todos nós. Por favor, mantenha seus microfones desligados durante toda a apresentação para evitar interferências. Caso queiram fazer perguntas, podem escrevê-las no chat a qualquer hora. Ao final da conferência, teremos um espaço de 10 minutos dedicado exclusivamente para perguntas e respostas ao vivo. O material do curso, todos os slides utilizados hoje, serão enviados em formato PDF, juntamente com o certificado oficial de participação, no prazo de até 72 horas úteis após o evento para o e-mail utilizado na inscrição. A única contribuição que pedimos em troca é simples, uma muito valiosa, que nos enviem um breve depoimento ou avaliação sobre a sua experiência no curso e sobre o conteúdo recebido. Isso nos ajuda a melhorar continuamente e seguir oferecendo uma formação acessível e de qualidade para mais pessoas. Muito obrigada e vamos começar. Mais uma vez, agradeço estarem conosco. Pedimos que se preparem para fazer anotações, participar e aproveitar ao máximo este encontro. E agora, sem mais demora, passamos a palavra para o professor de hoje, a quem damos as mais calorosas bem-vindas. A palavra é sua.
Hello, thank you. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Mauricio, and I'm your English teacher today. So, our class today is very simple. I made it a very good class for even basic level students, which is os erros mais comuns que brasileiros cometem ao falar inglês. Como eu fiz essa aula para ser de um nível acessível para todos os públicos, eu vou mesclar um pouco inglês e português, até porque o tema pede, ok? Então, qual é o nosso objetivo principal? Falar inglês com mais precisão e elegância para atingir os objetivos, certo? Você vai trabalhar, né? Às vezes, uma simples viagem ou mesmo uma videoconferência em um ambiente profissional, você não quer cometer certos erros que vão prejudicar um pouco, talvez, a sua comunicação, ok? Então, vamos lá. When speaking English, Brazilian learners sometimes make mistakes due to the interference of Portuguese. The interference of Portuguese. Okay, so our Brazilian language, yeah, our Portuguese interferes in English. These errors can be about grammar, vocabulary, spelling, or pronunciation. Let's take a closer look at some of the most common ones and how to avoid them. Okay? So let's begin with a simple one. Yeah. So first of all, I have a dialogue here. The man asks, "Do you like pizza?" She says, "I love." Dá para ver o problema aqui? Can you see the mistake? Yes, I love it. Okay. When we use verbs in English in some sentences, we cannot finish with a verb. We have to use a pronoun. So to say I love, wrong. In Portuguese, you can say eu amo, eu adoro. In English, you have to use an object pronoun. Okay, so we have to use an object pronoun. The object pronouns are very simple. I have here I, me, you, he, him, she, her, okay? The object pronouns are very simple. The thing here is you have to use it in the end of the sentence, okay? In Portuguese, we say eu preciso. In English, you need the object. Preciso de quê? I need it. Ok? Eu conheço, for example. Ah, você conhece ele? Eu conheço. Não, eu conheço ele. In English, you need to use the pronoun. I know him. Você tem que dizer. Você tem que dizer a nós. You have to tell us. Não consigo ver eles. I can't see them. You have to say the pronoun. Que em português às vezes a gente pode omitir, mas em inglês não fica legal, ok? Let's practice. For example, I say here, do you know Adele? Yeah. Lembrando que Adele não existe, né? Adele. Do you know Adele? Você pode falar, claro, yes, I do, no, I don't. But it's better, yeah, you can say, I know her, I don't know her. Like, do you know Adele? Yes, I know her. No, I don't know her. Pay attention that the pronoun you use, subject or object, okay, it has to be according to the thing, a person, a man, a woman, an object, plural, singular, okay? So you may use it, him, us, them, all right? So when I'm talking about Adele, she's a woman, so I know her, all right? Let's see here. If I say, do you know Palmer? I know him, I don't know him, okay? Do you like fish and chips? I like it, I don't like it. Both options. Do you know Angelina Jolie? Yes, I know her. No, I don't know her. Can you see the horse? Ah, the horse. Yes, I can see it. Agora estou me referindo ao animal. It. Can you see the cows? Yes, I can see them. I can see them. Okay. So, can you see the horse? Singular. I can see it. Can you see the cows? Yeah. Plural. I can see them. Uh, can you see a kitty? Yes, I can see it. I can see it. Lembrando que você sempre pode usar os linked sounds. I can see it. Yeah, see it. So there is a kitty here, a black kitty and two puppies. Yeah. Can you see pink balloons? Yes, I can see them. Ok? Super simple para a gente começar a aula assim com mais simples. Isso aqui não é complicado, acho que a maioria de vocês já deve saber isso, apenas que é uma questão que muitas vezes nós brasileiros esquecemos, não nos damos conta e vem essa interferência do português, ok? So number two, also very simple. In case you don't know, I'm speaking from the city of Teresina, yeah, the capital city of Brazil. It's very hot in Teresina, okay? It's very hot. So you see here the temperature 44 degrees Celsius, yeah? And some people might say, is so hot today. Is so hot today. This sentence looks wrong, right? Looks wrong. What's the correct sentence? It is so hot today. It's so hot today, okay? So in Portuguese, you can begin a sentence, okay, in an affirmative sentence with the verb be, yeah? When you want to say está, está quente, yeah? In English, you must use the pronoun it. Very simple. Just use it is when you want to say está. All right? So you must always use the pronoun it as the subject of the sentence when you want to say está, okay? So tá bom, está bom. You can't say is good. It's good. Tá quente. It's hot. Está lá. It's over there. Okay? So you have to use it is. It's. Super simple, right? A little bit of practice. So I can say it's cold. Yeah? It's cold. It's raining. The hamburger, yeah, the hamburger. So it's delicious. Where's the cat? It's in the box. Where's the cat again? It's under the box. Where's the cat now? It's in front of the box. Ok? Se você pensar bem, não é algo difícil. É apenas algo que algumas pessoas, principalmente quem está iniciando, esquece, deixa passar em branco e acaba cometendo esse pequeno errinho que pode dar uma pequena falta de entendimento. Ok? Number three. Number one and two, very simple, okay? It's a little bit more difficult now. Can you say these words? Now, I really want you guys to try to say these words in your mind. I need to say now, but this is the most common mistake when people try to speak English, the pronunciation mistake. So, you say price, price, okay? And this man, he's a doctor, a student? No, he's a priest. Rice, priest. There's a difference. Yeah. I say I say E. Rice, priest. Okay. Another example. Everybody knows it's a table. So what is this? It's an apple. Apple. There's always that Brazilian student learning English who says apple. No, please, never say apple. Apple doesn't exist. Apple. But teacher, but I say table. A, B, C, A. Table, yeah? Okay, table, but you don't say apple. You say apple. All right? And this is, I confess, can be a little tricky, can be a little difficult, okay? English has 15 vowel sounds, okay? 15. So according to the words, you have different vowel sounds, okay? So we have 15 vowel sounds represented by the letters A, E, I, O, and U. The letters Y, W, and GH are also commonly used in vowel sound spellings, okay? Brazilian speakers often mispronounce, understand mispronounce? When you say apple, mispronounce, yeah? Not correct. Often mispronounce some of these vowels, especially A and I. Okay, so let's see here some examples. Now, this is very interesting. What country is this? Is it Brazil or Brazil? Yeah, Brazil. So you never say Brazil. So A has like 5 different sounds. So here is Brazil. And I doesn't have E sound, like it's not Brazil. No, Brazil. Brazil. All right. But when you say braces, now you have A sound. Braces. Yeah. Brazil, braces. Let's see more examples. Again, table. This one is one of the most common words people mispronounce. If you say vegetable, I am so sorry, okay? It's not. These are vegetables. Vegetables. Okay? But teacher, table? Table. Yeah, vegetable. No. Okay, no. Never say vegetable again. Vegetables. Vegetables. More examples. How do you say ma in English? It's si, si, just as in si, si, si. Same pronunciation, okay? You don't say sia, never, okay? In English, a lot of words where you have EA, the vowels EA, you pronounce as E, si, okay? So si And C, have double E, you also pronounce E. C, C. There's always that person who says tia. Yeah, no. T, again. T, E, it's E sound. You don't change, okay? E. And the football club, Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea. You never say Chelsea. Yeah. And of course, B. Okay, so the EE sound, the double E sound, is the same as EA sound. E. T, Chelsea, B. Very simple, okay? It's a little weird if you say tia or sia when you say ma, yeah? No, please, never do this again, yeah? But for me personally, the worst is vegetables. My God, vegetables, vegetables, okay? And for those who like heavy metal, yeah, I have here a classic song from Iron Maiden, 2 minutes to midnight. Hmm? 2 minutes? No, 2 minutes. 2 minutes to midnight. A lot of times in English, the I, yeah, has an A sound. A. 2 minutes to midnight. Not midnight, yeah, midnight. Minutes. All right? So many times you have the I, you say as E. All right? Esse é um dos mais comuns que eu também vejo. As pessoas sempre pronunciam o I como I ou I. But sometimes you have to say E. E. 2 minutes to midnight. All right, I have a sentence here in Portuguese. Okay? Campo de futebol. All right. Hmm. Campo futebol. Comfortable. 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 Yeah? Never say comfortable. Yeah, again, comfortable. No, no. Comfortable. Só o table que é table, né? So, comfortable. All right. Vegetable, comfortable, no more. Vegetable, comfortable. Okay, so this is the correct pronunciation. All right. Uh, this is interesting for you to sound a little bit better when you speak English. Of course, you can have your accent. Your accent is your identity, okay? But try to improve your pronunciation. Yes. Uh, Especially if you aim to work, to use English for work. So if you're working like in a work meeting and you say comfortable, yeah, it doesn't sound very good. Comfortable, comfortable, easy, comfortable. And here, yeah, lovey, lovey, love. Okay, the pronunciation is love. Okay, so you don't say love, you say love. Words that ends in consonants and have an E in the end, you remove E. You don't pronounce E. Other words. My name is, no, my name. The final sound is the M. The final sound is the M. Game over, no, game. Have, gone, take. Okay, so when you have E in the end of the words, you don't pronounce E. You pronounce the consonant, the M, the V, the N, the K. Okay, so name, game, have, gone, take. Alright? Mais tarde nessa aula a gente vai ver um pouco melhor sobre esses sons aí no final das palavras. Ok? Aqui, vão guardando aí para o final da aula mais perguntas, algumas coisas que vocês já viram, palavras que vocês já pronunciaram errado, se vocês já pronunciaram alguma dessas palavras que eu mencionei errado, ok? Number 4. I like you, I'm like you. Okay, these sentences are different. I like you, I'm like you. Yeah, these are different. When you learn English, one of the first things you learn, like means gostar. I like you, eu gosto de você. But in the sentence, I'm like you, what does like mean here? When you say I'm like you, you're talking about similarity. Yes, similarity. I'm like you. I'm similar to you. Okay? Let's see here some more examples. So, like has many different meanings in different sentences. It can be similar to someone or something. So, when I say she's wearing a dress like mine, ela está vestindo um vestido que nem o meu, como o meu. He's very much like his father. Ele é muito similar, muito semelhante, muito parecido com o pai dele. She looks nothing like her mother. Nothing like, not at all like, so different. Nothing like is different. So she looks different from her mother. She looks nothing like her mother. Não parece nada com a mãe dela. That sounds like him coming. Sounds like I hear him, yeah? So sounds like significa soar como, parece no sentido de soar como. Parece que ele está chegando, soa como ele chegando, ok? All these informations here about like you can find on Oxford or Cambridge dictionaries online. Yeah, they have all this. I took this from Oxford dictionaries, okay? You can also use like to ask someone's opinion of someone or something. What's it like studying in Spain? Yeah? Eu não estou perguntando aqui se você gosta de estudar na Espanha. Eu estou perguntando como é estudar na Espanha. Estou perguntando sua opinião sobre estudar na Espanha. What is it like studying in Spain? Ok? Então, like nem sempre é gostar. Aqui, opinion. This new girlfriend of his, what she's like? Ó, essa nova namorada dele, como ela é? Yeah? What's she like? Ele não está falando que gosta dela, está falando, perguntando como ela é. Então a gente já viu aqui, ó, like can be similarity, yeah, and like to ask about opinion. Okay? We can also use to show what is usual or typical for someone. Typical, yeah? It's just like her to tell everyone about it. You can replace this just like here for typical. It's typical of her to ask about everyone about it. So, é típico dela falar para todo mundo sobre isso. Okay? So you can say like as usual or typical. And in the same way as someone or something. Okay? The same way, similar to someone or something. So, students were angry at the beginning at being treated like children. Então, os estudantes estavam com raiva, né? Estavam irritados por serem tratados que nem crianças, como crianças, ok? Então, da mesma maneira que crianças. So, the same whether someone or something. He ran like the wind. Ele correu muito rápido, que nem o vento, yeah? He ran like the wind. You do it like this. Faça desse jeito, dessa maneira. Don't look at me like that. Não olhe para mim desse jeito, dessa maneira. Yeah? And in formal English, you can use like so. The candles are arranged like so. Então, as velas estão arrumadas dessa maneira. Ok? For example, like can be for example. Anti-utopian novels like Animal Farm and 1984. Então, estou falando o quê? De romances distópicos, né? Como Animal Farm e 1974. Então, estou dando exemplos. When you talk about example, you have as and like, such as, okay, you can use for examples, like you can use both as and like to say that something are similar. So I can use as instead of like, okay, when I want to say something is similar. All right, difficult? Super simple, yeah? Number 5. You know this movie, right? Kill Bill. Kill Bill. Nah, Kill Bill. Okay, so here we have the final L sound. In Brazilian Portuguese, we don't usually produce this sound. Usually we say uh, a U sound. For example, when you say pastel, Portugal, Emanuel, we say U, yeah, instead of the L in the end of the words. But in English, you say L, kill, Bill. Okay? So, for example, you don't say will, you say will. Yeah? And other examples, steal, feel, meal, real, school. Okay? You have many examples of words that you use the L in the end of the words. I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes it's very difficult when you're not used to produce a certain sound. Okay, there are two very difficult sounds in this class. This is one of them. I remember I got to college, university, yes, and I was saying school, real, meal, feel, steal. Yeah, I was mispronouncing words that ended in L. And my professors told me, hey, it's feel, meal. You have to say the L. So it took me a whole semester, 6 months to master the sound. Okay, because I wasn't used to produce these sounds, ok? Explicando direitinho para quem não tiver o inglês, né? Para pegar toda a explicação, ajustar seu fonema, sua matriz fonológica para um som que você não é acostumado a produzir na sua língua nativa pode ser dificultoso e pode demorar tempo. Eu demorei 6 meses para conseguir falar o L final, porque não é um som que eu falava em português brasileiro. Chegava até a doer minha garganta às vezes, certo? Mas no primeiro período da universidade, quando eu soube que eu estava pronunciando de maneira incorreta, o que é que eu fiz? Eu realmente me esforcei, falei assim diariamente, me forçava a falar até acostumar minha garganta, minha boca com aquele som, ok? Então não fique frustrado se você não conseguir de primeira se acostumar com o som. Você pode até produzir de boa no começo, mas aí você começa a perceber um certo desconforto. É normal. Continue praticando. Keep practicing and it will become natural, ok? But apart from this, it's simple. Remember the L sound, school. Okay, I think school is a very common word, yeah, word, school very well. So try to practice school, real, and you get this sound naturally. Our number 6. Okay, this is typical, yeah, very typical of Brazilian speakers. What's his name? Is it Brad Pitt or Brad Pitt? See the difference? Yeah. In Portuguese, we often say an E sound in the end of words that ends in a consonant. Okay? So, in Portuguese, we call this vogal de apoio. Yeah? Because we don't say in Brazilian Portuguese, bread, this final D sound. We don't use this in Portuguese. Do you? Yeah? You definitely don't use this in Portuguese. So, it's more common for you to say bread, D, use a E sound. However, when you say bready, PT, yeah, for a native speaker, for an American, for example, what he hear is bredinho, pitinho. Yes, this E sound is often used for diminutive, okay, to make something smaller. Yeah, like our inho, inha. Yeah. So it's a little bit strange, yeah. Actually, many Americans say Brazilian Portuguese is cute. Yeah, it's so cute Brazilians speaking Portuguese. They speak everything in diminutives. Yeah. So many times when Brazilians are speaking English, it feels to Americans we're speaking in diminutives. Everything is small, is inho, inha, yeah. And this can be a little tricky, a little difficult to master, to learn, okay? But it's important, okay? It's very important. I have here all the sounds you need to learn. Let's begin with final P, okay? Soap, rope, top, lip. Remember that in rope, yeah, the E is not pronounced. We just saw love, yeah? Remember about love, name. So we don't pronounce the final E. So the final P is a just very subtle sound. So subtle, sometimes you don't even pronounce it, yeah? Instead of say rope, you might hear rope, rope. The sound doesn't, yeah? So it's a very subtle sound. Como foi dito no começo da aula, vocês vão receber esse material todo em PDF. Então você pode, em casa, ficar praticando. Soap, rope, top, lip, yeah? For you to really practice. Aqui você só aprende com prática. Mas depois que isso você internaliza, it's so easy, so simple, yeah? Demora um pouco. Fonemas não são fáceis de aprender assim. Ah, vou aprender isso aqui, ó, num segundo. It doesn't work like this. You need to practice. Final B. So we have here some examples. Rub, tube, lab, jab. Okay? YouTube. No. YouTube. YouTube. Okay? So just a little bit. Rub, tube, lab, jab. All right? Now, final K. Again, it's a subtle sound. You need to suck. Yeah. No. It's very subtle. Sock, clock, book, take. Okay? Very subtle. And again, sometimes it's so subtle you don't listen. Like take, take. You don't hear the sound, okay? It's subtle. Final G, I have here blog, bug, dig, big. Don't say big. Remember about the sound of the vowels, yeah? A lot of people say biggie. Yeah, biggie. There was the chewing gum, biggie biggie, remember? Big big, big big. It's the real name. So the I here has a E sound, big. Okay, big. And you may say big or big. Yeah. O som ele fica às vezes preso na garganta que ele nem sai. E tá ok, tá correto. Ok? It's very subtle. Quando eu falo às vezes esses detalhes de fonética, às vezes as pessoas ficam um pouco preocupadas demais. Ah, não posso falar big. Aí fala big, gr, aquele gr, né? Não, aí também já exagerou. Big, ok? Big. Final T. Like I said, not Brad Z, the Brad PT, yeah, no. So Brad Pitt. So we have here boat, fit, chat, cat. Very subtle sound, okay? Final D. Bad, kid, rude, wood. Okay, very subtle. And finally, F sound. If, pliff, laugh, loaf, laugh. Yeah, laugh has GH, but the sound is F. Okay, laugh. All right. So, like I said, it's not always very simple, very easy to pronounce these words correctly. But if you try, you can. Yeah. Uh, I sometimes hear people say, "Ah, professor, isso aí não é para mim não, não vou conseguir não. Vou falar errado mesmo e isso aí não é para mim não." Se você tiver essa atitude, né, realmente você não vai conseguir. Se você tentar, você consegue. Mas você tem que tentar. You gotta try it. Okay? Try it. It's not so difficult. Okay. So, mistake number 7. Almost the end, yeah? This is one of the most difficult ones. Okay? And you have to remember about the final consonant sounds. Ok? Meus tópicos aqui estão interligados, ok? You have to remember the previous topic. So, how do you say these words? Do you say called, worked, visited? Nah, right? No. So, the ed sound in the end of the words, the suffix, has 3 different sounds. In the first word, we pronounce it as a d, d, yeah? So called. Again, it's a very subtle sound, very subtle. You don't need to say called, yeah? No, called, called. Remember the song, I just called to say I love you. I just called. It's almost not pronounced, you know? It's very subtle. So remember this example. It's very subtle. So called. And here, work, this ed is pronounced as a t. So work, worked, worked. Yeah, you remember final case, so work. Yeah, work, work. Now you add a t in the end. Worked, worked. And in the case of visit, this ed sound has an id sound. So visit, visited, did, visited. Yeah, American English, visited. So visited, visited. Okay, how do I know? We have 3 different sounds, yeah? When do I use each sound? Sounds strange. So I have the chart here. I took this from the internet, okay? On the internet, you have many many materials that can help you with these sounds, okay? With all the topics here you can find for yourself on the internet, okay? So the ed sound is the easiest. Every time a word ends in T or D, yeah, want, need, you say id, wanted, needed. Okay, wanted, needed. And the T sound comes after P, K, F, G, H, S, H, C, H, S, S, C, or X. Okay, these are called voiced sounds. All right, so P, we have help, help, the P sound. Yeah, very subtle. So you add a T sound. Help, helped, helped. Yeah, helped. Very subtle. Look, oh, look, look, looked, looked. You add a T sound. Looked. Left, left. Yeah, left. Oh, she left. Wash, washed, washed. Sht, sht. I know it's weird. It's weird. Sht, yeah. My favorite is the verb watch because have ch, and then you add a t, watched. I watched a movie last night. Watched, watched. Okay. Kissed, never. Okay. Kissed, kissed. There's the famous song, yeah. Uh, kissed. Okay. Kissed. Dance, danced, danced, and fix, fixed, fixed. Okay, so you add just a simple T sound. When the word ends in these consonants, L, N, R, G, V, S, Z, B, or M, you add a D sound. D, D, yeah, like call, called. Yeah, call, called. Clean, cleaned. Never say cleaned again, okay? My God, how often do I hear Brazilians, yeah, saying cleaned? No, cleaned, cleaned. And it's very, again, subtle. Eu já falei um milhão de vezes essa palavra subtle, né? Se você não entendeu ainda, é sutil, sutil. Não precisa falar cleaned, yeah? Não, cleaned, cleaned. Offered. Look, offer, offered. Damage, damaged. Yeah, damaged. Love, loved, loved, loved. Used, amazed, rubbed, claimed. Okay, so you have this final sound, three different final sounds. Also, yeah, you see here on the bottom part, the vowel sounds, they fall here in the t sound. Okay, so all of them are t sounds. So follow the final o, yeah, follow, followed, enjoy, enjoyed, play, played, try, tried, continue, continued. Okay, so all the vowel sounds are here on the d sound. Just a little thing, yeah. This is not a big mistake. Okay, let me make it very clear. If you say Brad Pitt, people will understand you're talking about Brad Pitt. Yeah. If you say college, it will sound strange, but people will understand it's called. Yeah, called. People will understand. It's just a little bit weird, especially the ed sound. It's a little strange, weird, if you mispronounce it. Like, yeah, too like edgy, help edge, look edge, sniff edge. It sounds doesn't sound so good. And again, uh, uh, this is a business school, so I think you have uh, intentions of working, of using English for work. Yeah, so you better try to improve your pronunciation. You can have your Brazilian accents, no problem, but too much interference can be a little disruptive for communication. It can be leads to a bad communication. Okay? And our final one, it's also pronunciation and it's very tricky. It's difficult. I understand if every Portuguese, every Brazilian student, Portuguese speaker suffers with this. Like, oh no, oh no. I know, but let's do it again. If you say, I can't do it, it's too difficult, whatever, it's gonna be impossible. But if you say, you know what? I can do it, then you can do it. You just need to practice. So, what's this? Huh, it's a tree. This man is free. Yeah, free. And this is number three. Three. Okay, I have three different words with three different sounds. All the sounds are different. So when you say the number three, it's not free, it's not F, it's not tree, it's not a T, it's the TH sound. Okay, so we actually have two TH sounds, the voiced and the voiceless sounds. Okay, so in words like this or brother, this is the voiced sound. This, brother. We say voiced because there is a vibration in your throat. Yeah, you can feel your throat when you say this, brother, brother. Yeah, you have a vibration. You don't have a vibration when you say three, no vibration. Okay, so and we have the voiceless, like in three or in think, math. Yeah, so these sounds are voiceless. And you can have this TH sound in the beginning of the word, in the middle of the word, and in the end of the word. Both the voiced and the voiceless sounds. Okay? Okay, teacher, but how do I say, how do I pronounce? The voiced one, yeah, the voiced one, you place your tongue behind your teeth, língua atrás dos dentes, and you release the sound, yeah, prendendo um pouquinho, ok? Falando assim em português para ficar bem claro, prendendo um pouquinho, prende um pouquinho do som. This, brother, the, ok? The. When you use the voiceless sounds, you release the air easily, like you place the tongue under your teeth, yeah? Think, math, all right? And again, you can find a ton of videos on YouTube to practice, okay? I honestly think you should look it up on YouTube and practice. It's very important, okay? So I have here initial, middle, and final TH sound for both cases. So the ones in black are voiced, and the ones in pink are voiceless. So their, they, them, that, those. Yeah, I'm exaggerating the sound a little so it becomes more audible, yeah, but you don't just say there, yeah? There, they, them, that, those. And here the voiceless. Think, three, thorough, thunder, theater. Super simple, yeah? I know, not so simple, but think, three, thorough, thunder, theater. Don't ever say home teacher. Yeah, there's always someone, in my living room, I have a home teacher. Home, yeah, home, theater, home theater. The middle, okay, so it's in the middle of the word. So again, voiced and voiceless. Voiced, brother, father, weather, southern, gather. All right. Again, I'm exaggerating just a little bit. So gather, southern, weather, father, brother, and the voiceless. Author, author, faithful, nothing, birthday, clothing. Yeah, clothing. Very, very simple. I think nothing. Yeah, nothing. It's a very common word. Yes, you can use it. You can choose three, four, five words to practice on your daily life. Yeah. And then you expand your practice, your vocabulary, because if you make a long list of words, it could be difficult. Yeah. So you can choose words that are more common for you. So, for example, there, they, that. Yeah. Very common. Think, three, thunder. You can choose, for example, brother, father. Super simple. Yeah. And nothing, birthday, birthday. Yeah. Finally, the final th sound. Okay. So smooth, th, smooth. There is the song Smooth Operator. Yeah. If you want to listen later, smooth operator, smooth, smooth. Yeah, smooth. Bathe, scathe, clothe, loath. Yeah, loathe. And here that bath, broth, health, truth, path. Okay. So you can practice these words. You have the PDF at the end of the class. So you can practice these words, other words, okay? I know it's difficult. This sound is difficult. It's one of the nightmares, not only for Brazilians, okay? For people from all around the world. It's a nightmare sound. You just need to practice over and over again. It might take a month, 2, 3, 4 months. Okay, but you will be able to master these sounds, to learn these sounds, okay? If you don't try, of course you won't. Okay, guys? So we talked about the final the pronoun in the end of the sentence. I love it. I like it. I know him. I know him. Yeah. We talked about the it's in the beginning. It is hot. It's hot. Yeah. We talked about uh, the L sounds, a lot of pronunciation. Yeah. The L sounds, the final consonant sounds, the final the E sound sometimes people make in Brazil, yeah. And we talk about the TH sound. So these are some mistakes people often make, Brazilian speakers often make. One of the most commons are the vowel sounds, yes. To say vegetable, yeah. Never do that again, okay? So, do you understand? Did you like the class? I'm gonna open this space now. We have like 10 minutes left. I'm gonna open this space for your questions. Tell me, is there anything you'd like me to clarify or anything you'd like to say? Oh, I used to say vegetables. Yeah, to say anything about these mistakes. The floor is yours.